Everybody will be live here. Give me just a second to check and make sure that everything is working as it should. Everybody will be live here. Give me just a second to check and make sure that everything is working as it should. All right, we've got a bunch of people here that have no clue how to drive. Apparently they've forgotten how to operate their windshield wipers. It's barely raining and we've just got a hell of a backup here, and we're actually in Wisconsin right now by Oakdale. So, interesting. Usually Wisconsin's not this bad. I see that the radar is not picking up my location. That's interesting. Up there it went. It's fine. It refreshed. We have a severe thunderstorm watch that got issued. Severe thunderstorm watch just got issued until 9 p.m. Thanks for joining, everybody. Go see what we can find. Not expecting a whole lot today, but we could have some hail, maybe some structure, some wind. Maybe. Passing the Loves in Oakdale, if you're familiar. Now everybody's remembered how to turn on their windshield wipers. You know, guys, we shouldn't make fun of other drivers, because I know sometimes, I don't know if you guys knew this. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but sometimes I panic too, and I have a really hard time putting on the windshield wipers. It's really hard to take my left hand and turn that knob on the side of the steering wheel. It's really hard, and sometimes I just can't handle it, and I just stop in the middle of the road also. So, I don't know if you knew that or not. You can see the people in the northbound lanes over there have also had issues finding their windshield wiper dials. Yeah, I remember my first time driving. But anyway, we are on the way. We are on the way. Hold on, I'll put radar up. You can see those clusters of thunderstorms. We're on our way. I need to get out of the traffic jam on the interstate first.
Tender 1 is en route.
Tender 1, 1406.
Alright, so we are headed south now. We are live with Radar Omega as always, folks, and I don't really expect a whole lot today, but the Severe Thunderstorm Watch goes all the way from southwest Wisconsin to northeast Wisconsin. It covers probably, I would say, a good 50% of the state. It's not a, long story short, we're not looking at a repeat of yesterday, that's for sure. It's almost impossible to get a tornado today. The ingredients just aren't there. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's not going to happen. Oops, I forgot to switch the scene. Sorry, I'll put that back on the camera. My bad. I've got really bad signal out here, and it's really difficult to do this. I don't even know if I can get it to work. We might just have to wait till I get signal.
District, Tender 3 is en route. Station 1 or 2, if you could possibly get the brush truck hooked up to the trailer pump and get it started out this way, please.
Edward Tender 4 en route 1408.
Hold on, this guy's gonna pass me. Because, you know, the car in front of me is going so much faster. Okay, so we don't have any severe warnings on these storms. I don't really know exactly what I want to do yet. There's one up there by... Oh my God, people. All right, public service announcement, Wisconsin residents. I live in this state. My driver's education class, 15 years ago, I think. 15 years ago told us that you can drive in the rain, but you have to turn on your windshield wipers. We are getting like 2 raindrops per minute out here. Just turn your wipers on. We're doing 33 miles an hour on a 70 mile an hour road. Like, we can do this. If we all just believe, we can do this. Like, we are capable. We have cars that cost like $50,000 and they have windshield wipers. I know we can handle this. We just got to use them. Come on, guys, we can do this. It's just a little rain. I say this because literally every car that I'm passing, nobody has their wipers on. And I'm wondering if like people are just not turning their wipers on and they're panicking. Like, oh, we can't see. We can do this, guys. I know we can. We drive in the snow 6 months out of the year. We can handle the rain shower. I know it. I know we're going to be okay. Good God, help us all. Can you imagine if we ever actually had like a societal emergency, like, God forbid, like, Putin sent a nuke over here or the power grid went out? Like, we'd be absolutely screwed.
Go ahead, Monroe.
We just got a call from an individual on scene. They advised they got the fire knocked down, but still needed fire to respond. I got that much information, and then the call dropped.
Yeah, 4 copy, Monroe, thank you. I can post the location.
1411, 1411.
Fire tender 2 en route.
Oh no, no, we are definitely not expecting tornadoes today. Definitely not. So I saw on social media, there's a bunch of people that are like claiming that yesterday was like some rare tornado because it had that like, kind of looked like a wet spaghetti noodle. Folks, I think it's just because a lot of these storm chasers that were out there yesterday, a lot of them have only been chasing like 2 years. We get that type of tornado all the time. I can actually call out several of them. You know, the most distinct one was the oh, what the hell was the name of that town? Shoot. It's north of Ames, Iowa. What the hell was the name of it? Jewel Junction, Iowa. And it was either July 14th or 15th. I think it was 15th. Or it could have been the 14th, 2021. We actually had 2 of those things. Those like corkscrew-looking tornadoes on the ground. It looked like a wet spaghetti noodle that was like wiggling around and was like corkscrewing. We had 2 of those on the ground. They looked very similar to that. You go back farther than that, there's a couple Dixie ones that I can think of that were in the Delta. Like, guys, that wasn't really an... I've noticed lately that a lot of people are like, oh my God, this tornado is so rare. I don't think it's rare. I think it's just that a lot of these people that are on the internet now are just young and they've only done this for like a year or 2. Well, if you've only done this for a year or 2 and you've only seen like 5 tornadoes, well, yeah, everything's going to be rare. There was really nothing spectacular about that other than the fact that it was on the ground for, what, 20 minutes or so? I mean, yeah, it was a cool tornado. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I enjoyed my time with it, but there was no, like, what's happened from this is there's been a lot of, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there's been a lot of people that are like, oh, the 5G did it. Oh, HARP, the chemtrails caused that tornado to do that. And it's like, no, not really, but... These, we just had a very active stretch of tornadoes over the past few weeks. It's almost been hard to not see one. Well, I agree, there's nothing wrong with being excited about it, but the problem is I think a lot of people are intentionally feeding off of some of these people literally wear a tinfoil hat where they're like I said, there's people in the algorithm right now that are freaking out, oh, the chemtrails, the 5G, oh, caused that tornado. We've never seen a tornado like this ever. Bull. We see them like that all the time. It's got nothing to do with the 5G or anything, like, for crying out loud. There is something with the weather, though, I tell you. Like, you could take a picture of a rainbow, and somebody on the internet is going to be like, oh, Trump did it. He sent the 5G. Oh, my God. Be like, hey, guys, it's snowing out. Oh, this is rare. It never snows. And like, it could be the middle of December. And you could be like, hey, guys, we're going to get 2 inches of snow. And someone's going to be like, this is so rare. That never happens. Really? It's Wisconsin. Yeah, it's still rare. Okay, that's the weather for you. It brings out a lot of lunatics and flat earthers and Scientologists. Just go read the Facebook comments. It's pretty entertaining. I don't delete them. I leave them because I think they're hilarious, where people are like, we really should be dropping nuclear bombs in these things, and blah, blah. There was a guy that commented on my Facebook thing this morning where he was like, you really need to start funding research to Harvard because we should be dropping nitrogen bombs. That's what he said, nitrogen bombs. Like, okay. Nitrogen bombs in the updrafts to blow these things up. I don't know why we're wasting money on trying to go to Mars. Like, come on, Harvard or something. I'm just like, oh my God, you can't make this stuff up. Like, I'm gonna start a scrapbook. I'm gonna call it like the Wall of Shame of Weather, and take this is a genius idea. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take screenshots of all these like weather lunatics and their lunatic comments, and at the end of the year, I'm gonna put them in like a scrapbook photo album, and I'm gonna sell the photo album for like $20. I actually think I'm gonna do that. So anyway, Once we get down here to Mauston, I might go north. I'm just trying to get us out of the trees here. You spy something blue? That's bullshit. That's the government controlling the weather. The sky's not actually blue. It's actually brown. It just looks blue because of refraction, and the Earth is actually flat. The sun is actually like a spotlight or a lamp, and it gets moved around, and then there's refraction. The Earth isn't actually curved. So get the misinformation out of my chat. I'm not going to have it. Thank you. It's ridiculous. I can't believe you guys are coming in here and spreading false information. The Earth is not round, it's flat. We've proven it. And George Bush controls the weather. Thank you. Okay, Patrick. Well, there's that Volkswagen up there is not blue. It's the refraction. I see it, but it's just the refraction. It's not actually blue. It might not even be a Volkswagen. It could just be a simulation. It's probably George Bush. You guys are also closed-minded. It's ridiculous. Round earthers. I wonder how many people actually thought I'm serious on that. There's probably a couple of those tinfoil hat wearers right now that are really excited. We're like, oh my God, he's one of us. He's one of us. We were talking about this earlier. You know what would get a bunch of views? If I just went on, particularly Facebook, there's a lot of these goobers there. If I went on Facebook and was like, guys, I have something to tell you. The Earth is flat, tornadoes are fake, and George Bush controls the weather. Do you know how many people would probably just, number one, start throwing money at me for some reason? And number two, like, it would go viral because there's so many, like, weather lunatics out there that if I just, like, totally put on a fake persona of, like, flat Earth storm chasing, basically, and we could, like, come up with fake computer models and be like, guys, there's a bunch of 5G cell phone towers on band 13 and band 7 in this area. I'm expecting robust convection and a tornado here. And then when we come up to a tornado warning, be like, guys, the 5G signal is strongest here, and just like play it out like that. It would get more views than anything because there's so many of those like nut jobs out there. I'm not even kidding. So if anybody wants to sell themselves out, like, you could totally just masquerade as a flat earther and do this, and you would have so much money, it's not even funny. Maybe we need a satire page for it. Oh, we have someone from the archipelago. Yeah, Portugal. Sure. I actually talked to somebody on the radio in the Azores, whatever. I'm from Wisconsin, where we don't have anything exotic. We have corn and trees, so I apologize for butchering the name of where you live. But yeah, Portugal, yeah. Well, I've actually talked to somebody from over there on the radio at 2 o'clock in the morning. That was kind of cool. I think you've been in the chat before. Nice to see you in there. That's pretty neat when you think about it. We've really got a worldwide reach here. Flat Earth vegans? Oh. Yeah, that's a different breed, ain't it? I'm going to run to this Mac disappointment real quick, and then we're going to go get on the storm. One of them is severe warned up there. Aiden's probably going to be on the way to that pretty quick. He's out. He'll be live soon. Strike up a deal with the Onion. Oh my god, no kidding. Here we have a roundabout. For those of you that don't know, the roundabouts cause tornadoes. That was a joke. But not to some people. Not to some people. How far north in Wisconsin? I bet you we've been all the way up to the upper peninsula of Michigan, and it sucks chasing up there. It's worse than Louisiana. Over there on the right, you have a Quick Trip. There's also about 6,000 cars at that Quick Trip, so we are not going there. We're going to go to the McDisappointment over here on the left. This is a true staple of Americans. This is why people are fat. I probably just pissed somebody off, but... Hello? Hi, what are you doing? Sorry, I didn't hear you. What? No, it's because I got my everything talking at me at once. What was that? Oh, yeah, maybe. Probably not, but maybe. Yeah, I'll try to find one, but probably not. You what?
Game.
What?
Game.
Game for what?
Game. She wants you to play Happy Salmon with her when you get home.
Well, that requires like 12 people, so you'll have to play too.
Turn left onto McAvoy Street, then turn...
Mom. That's my big game.
Yeah, just don't lose those cards, because that was like 20 bucks. Okay, I'm gonna go. I need to order food, but it's gonna be a while before I'm home, though.
Okay, Dad. Okay, Dad.
Alright, I love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Well, I have to order with the app because I don't like socializing. Hold on, guys. Just give me a second. Let's see. Get a Big Mac. That sounds what is a Big Mac? Is it just a cheeseburger? I've never had one. It sounds disgusting, but what is it? Is it just a cheeseburger? Okay, I have to bring up this comment because this might be the dumbest comment I've ever seen that got caught in the filter. From Johnny. Saying that northern Wisconsin is worse, in quotes, than Louisiana is one of the most racist things I have ever seen, because you know the generalized population of Louisiana is African American. What is wrong with you? I'm unsubscribing. Okay, Johnny, first of all, that's stupid. You're an idiot. And I was talking about the trees. Like, buddy, I think you dropped your tinfoil hat. Like, get out of here. Your mom is calling you upstairs for dinner, Johnny. Go answer her. And tell her I'm sorry that she has to deal with you. God bless her. Poor woman. If anybody can get me in contact with Johnny's mom, let me know, because I would like to tell Johnny's mom that she has my sympathies, that she has to put up with that guy. She must be a saint. truly incredible person, I'm sure. I don't think anybody's told me what a Big Mac is, though. You guys are just oh, hold on here. Susan? No, Timmy. A bun and 2 patties. A center bun? You're telling me there's a piece of bread in the middle? Are you serious? There's a piece of bread in... That sounds terrible, isn't it? Doesn't it get all, like, soggy? That sounds gross. Yeah, believe it or not, Johnny was not a troll account. That was an account that says it's been active on YouTube for 6 years. And it has 13 subscribers. Thanks, Johnny. Appreciate it. I have like 150, so I'm more better than you. What an ass. Anywho, I'm gonna go up to the mixed speaker and order here before a bunch of people show up. Special sauce. That sounds disgusting.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's. Will you be using your rewards points today?
Yeah,
Go ahead and order whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I got a mobile code. It's ON32.
What's the code?
ON32.
Okay, you can pull up to the first window.
Alright. Thanks. I hate those recordings. They get me every freaking time. I think it's a person, but it never is. It's kind of a nice McDonald's. They've got some, like, pretty flowers and stuff. That's kind of cool. It's a double quarter pounder with cheese with a Thousand Island dressing. What the hell is a double quarter pounder? Guys, here's what I get at McDisappointment. I get chicken nuggets, the McFish, or fries. Like, that's it. I don't know anything about this other stuff. It honestly sounds disgusting, though. Holy cow. I'm just going to go to the second window, because I think she said first, but I don't know, whatever. 2 all-beef patty. Are you sure it's actually all-beef patties? I mean, are you sure? You say that confidently. 2 all-beef patties, special sauce... Gross. Lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, and a sesame seed bun. Okay, are you sure that the sauce is special, and are you sure that it's actually beef? We're gonna ask Rock.
Phone disconnected.
Hello?
Hi there. How can I help you today?
She sounds hot. Hey, what the hell's a Big Mac, and is it disgusting?
A Big Mac is a burger from McDonald's with 2 beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, and a sesame seed bun. Whether it's disgusting depends on taste. Some love the tangy, savory mix, while others find it bland or overly saucy.
Okay, what is the special sauce? Because that sounds a little bit like it might not be appropriate here. It's kind of gross.
No worries. It's not that kind of special. The special sauce on a Big Mac is basically a creamy, tangy dressing. Think Thousand Island with a twist. It's got mayo, sweet pickle relish, ketchup, mustard, vinegar, and some spices. People either love it or find it a bit much, but it's just a condiment, promise.
It's just a what?
So, the special sauce,
Oh,
I was saying...
Condiment. I swear to God, I thought it said condom. I thought Grok had a glitch for a minute.
Nope, no glitch here. Just a funny mix-up with words. What else can I do for you?
Is it disgusting?
Whether the Big Mac special sauce is disgusting really depends on your taste.
Okay, you said that already. Just shut up.
Got it.
They used to call the Burger King sandwich a whaler? That's disgusting. A whaler? Give me a whaler. What the frick? No, I honestly thought it said something else. All right. Oh God, it's our turn. Help me. Hi. All right. Thanks.
Have a nice day.
All right, you too.
That was somewhat quick.
You ever wonder if these people at the drive-thru that are like, "Hey, have a nice day," you ever think that they really just don't care and they want to tell you to go F yourself? I don't know which way we want to go here. Alright, are you turning because you don't have your blinker on? Oh. Wow, if you didn't have your blinker on, you turned. Okay, cool. Okay. I think we just want to go straight east. I think. So we gotta go through the roundabout and just go straight east. Yeah, if we just go east on 82 here, I think that's the best option right now, and then we can go north on 13 or whatever the heck that is. pretty terrible food. We're gonna take off after these, maybe go toward Adams. Looks like Aiden is live now. He's off to our west, or east. Yeah, whatever direction that is, east. Oh my god, we gotta get around this guy. Holy crap. He's not doing very good here with the slow drivers, that's for sure. We have to get around him. No wonder he's going so slow. He's got him driving. He's using a little Ford Explorer to pull that big camper, and it's like totally squatted in the back. Like, that is way overloaded for that. You gotta be kidding me, right? Are you anywhere near Brandon? Huge tornado just hit a house. He's out trying to help. You've gotta be kidding me, right? Like, please tell me that we're joking here. Respectfully, please tell me we're joking. Holy shit, car, get her in there. We're almost at 13. We'll go north on 13. Thanks, Patty. Alright, we'll go north on 13. It's like going to be one of the next roads here. Just going to go over this little river. A lot of these storms are kind of north of this little boundary that you can see on radar. Oh, hold on. Oh, Christ. I've literally been looking at radar that's an hour and a half old. I had it paused and I didn't even notice it. We're chasing absolutely fucking nothing right now. You've got to be kidding me. Jesus Christ. I fucking quit. Hey.
Hi.
I had my radar screen paused an hour and a half ago. I've been going after a cell that I don't think it even exists anymore.
Wow, what a rookie mistake.
What a freaking idiot.
Yeah, that's rough.
Okay. Well, I don't know what to do now. We've been driving after a storm that existed on the map in this location about an hour and a half ago, and I had the radar paused. Oh my fucking god.
When you just said, I was like, oh boy, what is it?
I literally just looked down and I saw that I had it paused. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. I don't remember hitting that button. And then I saw the timestamp was 1:09 p.m. And I'm just like, oh god, no. And then I just hit unpaused it, and that storm's not there anymore. Like, I think it's actually the one it's the one you're going after right now. It's that one. That's what I thought I was going after. Okay. So, lesson learned. Make sure the radar is not paused. Oh, Jesus, guys. I don't know what to do right now because I just spent the last half an hour driving to a storm that doesn't exist. I'll even show you guys this. Actually, no, it's back so far. Okay, so I've literally spent the last 30 minutes driving toward a storm that I thought was located between here, like Mauston, and Adams. There is currently absolutely nothing between there, and I was wondering why we weren't seeing any structure. So I don't know what to do right now because I've never done this. I've never had this happen before. I've never had this happen before. I don't know what to do. We just completely... What the hell? I can't believe that. You would have thought I would have noticed that, like, you know, the storms weren't moving. I don't know what to do. Let me look at radar and assess. I'll put radar up on screen. I'm not entirely sure what to do. This is new. Well, there's a first for everything, and today we've accomplished something, like driving toward a storm that doesn't exist. So if you look at Radar Omega on the YouTube stream up there to the northwest of the blue dot, which is where I'm at, it looks like we got that larger storm and then that one back by La Crosse. I'm not sure, guys. We might have a new mesoscale discussion out. Hold on a second. I don't know if that's the old one and it just didn't expire yet. Hang on. This is not important, but I'm just coming across it now. There is a mesoscale precipitation discussion saying training thunderstorms 2-inch per hour rainfall rates later on, potentially. It's the same area as the watch.
Copy that.
This is embarrassing. We just drove... Well, what do you guys think we should do? We could go back up toward Toma, which is going to be about... Oh, hold on. How far is that? About 20 miles, 25 minutes. It's going to be about 30 to 35 minutes. But those storms aren't doing much. There's an outflow boundary that they're really detached from, so I'm not expecting those to go. Maybe George Bush really did control the weather here. One thing that I'm considering, this thunderstorm watch goes until 9 p.m. and does include Madison. I may end up breaking the stream. Like, we may end up having a later stream here as well, too. Let me see what my options are, because we're really... I gotta put this back on the thing here. Well, okay. So, a storm coming out. You know, I think the stuff coming off of out of La Crosse, it's like there's a little cluster south of Toma and then southeast of La Crosse. I think those might be our interests. So let's go back to the interstate again. And once we get back to the... Ooh, hold on. We got something in northeast... We got stuff in northeast Iowa by Waukon, whatever the hell it is. That has my eye. I'm really thinking that maybe we're just early. So regardless of what happens, I may actually end up being live again later. Like, even if we end this early, I may be live later when this stuff tries to roll through, like, Madison. But, I think we're going to head back to the interstate. I don't want to go too far because we're just backtracking at this point. But I think we'll head toward New Lisbon. The storm south of Toma right now isn't moving much, but eventually the stuff is all going to start coming to the kind of more to the east, I think. So I think we can just maybe cut that one off. I am going to look at HRRR super quick. Just make sure this. I want to see how this evolves, the storms here. Really clustered. They don't look. Yeah, this today is not a robust severe weather event. Okay, so let's go back. Yeah, the ones in northeast Iowa, I agree. Those ones in northeast Iowa might end up being more of a concern. They might even be better for us, just from a storm chasing perspective, because they might move into southwest Wisconsin. I would much rather chase like the Highway 151 corridor than be up here. It's close to home, and it's also not covered in trees. Yeah, I remember when mine was 2 inches. Anyway, I think we're making the right call. I'm glad I didn't go too far before I noticed that the radar was paused an hour and a half behind. Yeah, I see the little cell that's to my east. I'm watching it. Wouldn't that be something if we have to turn around again? I just think that one off to the east is just going to kind of flounder around. I don't really expect that to do anything, but I am watching it. Scale of 1 to 10, how much does your storm suck right now? Yeah, screw me too.
Well, Aiden's actually looking at some storms, but that's about it. I mean, there's really not a lot going on.
Thanks, Tom. At least you answered. Would you like to rate his storms on a scale of 1 to 10 for him?
Yeah, sure. 3.
That sounds generous. Well, our storms are like a -3, so. Aiden's live in Radar Omega. He's on YouTube also. If you go to projectweathereye.com and scroll down, you'll find a link to his channel. my god. Flash flood warning. Heck yeah, wow. Something's happening.
Until 5:30 p.m. Impacts, minor flooding in the low-lying and forward drainage. On watch means the conditions are favorable for 15 p.m. Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Between 2 and 4
Weather-wise sucks.
rain have fallen. Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches are possible in
Sorry,
the warned area.
sorry.
Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. Hazard, flash flooding caused by thunderstorms. Source, radar. Impact, flash flooding of small creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses, as well as other poor drainage and low-lying areas. Some locations that will experience flash flooding include Toma, Norwalk, Wilton, Bridgeville, Oakdale, Waterville, Highway 131 and Countia, Tunnel City, Jackson Pass, Interstate 90 and Interstate 94 Interchange, Valley Junction, St. Mary's and Shillington. Turn around. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur.
Holy crap, Taylor, you've cracked the code.
Flash flood warning.
It's almost like
Up to 5:15 p.m.
anybody with eyeballs could figure that out.
Wisconsin.
I completely agree.
Here is the latest National Weather Service forecast for Cashton, Toma, Hillsborough, Henry.
No, so the reason that I'm salty, well, there's a lot of reasons, but their developer jacked.
Ground control to Aiden. Come in, Aiden.
Jacked some of my intellectual property, some stream controls, and then distributed it out to some other people when there was a handshake agreement with the person that he basically took it from, that it wasn't going to be given to anybody, and then that person gave it to him, and I was told that he knew that there was a handshake agreement that this was supposed to be kept between me and the person that I gave the stream control code and stuff to, and graphics and all this stuff. And then he goes and does it anyway. So the hell with him. The hell with him. Freaking redcoats. No offense to any of our United Kingdom folks. It's just, to have somebody in another country rip me off really pisses me off. Because you know it's going to be hard for me to do anything about it. So I feel like it was done on purpose. So I have no support for that. I also have no support for that app that ripped off Radar Scope. I forgot what it's called, but somebody basically made an app that's a clone of Radar Scope, and they just totally ripped off Radar Scope. I hope DTN sues them, because that's ridiculous. Like, it's literally a clone, and it should not be. That's not right. Business ethics are important, people, because money is not everything. If you don't have decent business ethics, you're screwed. Like, it's not a good idea. Don't steal things. Weatherfront, that's it. Yeah, that Weatherfront. Don't get me wrong, that's a cool app. But guys, they just ripped off DTN. Like, DTN needs to do something about that. If you look at it, it's literally Radar Scope. It's like, that's not right. That's not right. Rain alarm browser extension? I've never heard of it, honestly. Never heard of it. I will tell you though, the Barron app, the free Barron app that basically a lot of these news stations make their in-house app off of, that actually, if somebody has to have a free app, that's a good one. AccuWeather too, like AccuWeather's fine. You know, like if you don't want to spend money and you don't need professional weather tools, like you literally just want to see what the temperature is and if it's raining, like just freaking AccuWeather, honestly. I don't like the Weather Channel app because I think they've got, it's just clunky, but AccuWeather's okay. But does anybody remember WeatherBug? Did anybody here ever have WeatherBug actually installed on desktop? Seriously, dude? Oh, you. Has anybody ever had WeatherBug installed on desktop? Because you're not cool if you never had it. Alright, flash flood warning up here. Let's go take a look. Yeah, basically, so what I had built it was about it was the Ryan Hall incident. When was that? 3 years ago? I had built, and I'd never used it because of API limitations, but now I probably could, and I might. I had built a streaming dashboard that would allow people, like, for example, let's say Jimmy John wants to stream using, like, pre-made graphics and things that say, like, severe thunderstorm warning 5 miles away, traveling, whatever, and calculates nearest storm chasers by using the Spotter Network API, things like that. I had built all this, and I had a handshake agreement with a YouTuber that does a lot of weather broadcasting, wink, that it would not be given to anybody. And then all of a sudden, literally the like copy and paste of what I made starts ending up all over the internet and all over these other live streamers. And I'm like, hey, wait a minute. And I can't fault the other live streamers because they're not the ones that jacked it. But I did some investigation over the past 2 weeks, and a week and a half, and there's a mole in that circle who coughed up some information. And I'm not going to out him, like, he needs his paycheck, but or she. No, I think they're all guys that work for him, so it probably don't matter. But the guy, I'm not going to give him up, but it really irritates me to find that that is literally precisely what I had coded and written, that was given on a handshake agreement that it would not be given away to anybody else. And a handshake means nothing anymore, apparently, and that's really sad. So that's why I'm irritated. And that's why I'm really upset. And it's all the people tied to that app. And I don't care if they want to come after me and try to sue me like Brett has already threatened to online. I don't care. There's nothing wrong with what I'm saying. And it really just makes me mad. So, whatever. But I will get the last laugh here because I will make something better. But the reason I never did it was because of, number one, Spotter Network API limitations and National Weather Service API limitations. The way that the data comes off the National Weather Service or like the NOAA API is really goofy, and sometimes things change for like no reason. The National Weather Service, or just NOAA in general, that API is kind of, it's iffy, and it's hard to ingest the data. So I just kind of never did it because I didn't want to run the back end constantly, and it was expensive to run the back end constantly to receive the data, parse it, and then push it where it needs to go. It was just a pain in the butt because you don't just want to run all that API processing client side, because then you're just hammering the API, and eventually they're going to see your IP address just hammering that API, and they're going to say, oh, go screw yourself, and block your IP address. So you need to run something central to basically that bangs the API every like 30 seconds, checks for warnings, checks Spotter Network, checks all these things, and then ingests it, and then all of your clients, which would be like my streaming server, Aiden's streaming server, etc., the client servers check back to my server to check, hey, are there updates? So basically it acts as the middleman so that we don't get booted off of the API, because there are API limitations out there where you're just, you hammer it too much and then they get upset and then they shut you down, and that's not cool. Contact this guy, he will help you. UC9MN5H_X9875W. What? I don't speak computer. Anyway, going to the flash flood warning, guys. We're going through Mauston right now. See what we can find. Yeah, I do need to fix the weather alert ticker on screen, though, on YouTube here. I don't know if you guys noticed, but at the top right, every time there's a new alert issued, it beeps, and then it shows what the alert is. But there's an issue with it where the counties are, like, hidden. Like, it's not formatted properly. I need to fix that. I know why it's doing that. It's supposed to be formatted as a table with 2 cells and with 2 cells. Yeah, not 2 rows, 2 cells, 2 columns. And for some reason, all the formatting is going into the left column. It's supposed to be spread out with the warning on the left and the counties on the right, but it's trying to put them in the same box. I gotta fix that. There was a lot of coding that went into this weather alert banner. Real pain in the butt, just because of those differences. Like, there's so many different ways that the API pushes data and stuff. The weather service warnings, sometimes they come out, they're coded differently. It's really hard to parse the data and process it, so. There was a kind of a lot that went into that. But yeah, so that's how the weather alert thing works. So like up at the top where it says Lisbon, Wisconsin, what that's basically doing is it's taking the location off of our cyclone port with Radar Omega. And it takes the latitude and longitude, and about every 60 seconds or so, it takes that latitude and longitude, and then it sends it to Mapbox. And then Mapbox, their API comes back and says, hey, the nearest city or town or whatever to those coordinates is XYZ, and then it puts it out in text on an HTML page with a transparent background. So that's how you're seeing the location in the top left, since you asked. What it also does, about every 60 seconds or so, it checks the National Weather Service API for warnings. And if there's a tornado, severe, or flash flood warning, for the coordinates for my location, it will put, next to the city and town, tornado warning or severe thunderstorm warning or whatever, and change the color of the font. That's how that works. That was a good question, and I'm okay with asking that because there's no reason not to explain it, but that's how that works. The stuff's really basic when you get down to it. We don't do a compass heading on here, folks. I think anybody doing a compass heading on a weather stream, I think, is a bad idea. Here's why. We're traveling northwest right now, right? Watch this. If I didn't tell you we were... Oh, wait a minute. That's a bad example. But if I didn't tell you we were driving northwest and I had the camera pointed north, like right here, what if there was a tornado over there? And the camera right now is pointed northeast. Well, now everyone's like, oh, he's at mile marker, 44, and it's to his west. Well, no, it's not. It's to my east. So driving heading off of GPS markers is a bad idea unless you've only got one camera and the camera's always pointed the way the car's facing. So that's why I don't do it, because we had actually confused some people once, and it actually caused a little bit of chaos. Because people were watching the stream and using the stream to make decisions and stuff. And, it was driving west, but the camera was pointed north, and everyone's like, oh, the tornado must be west. No, it was north, and it really confused a lot of people. We just got a severe warning for these storms.
Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts.
So I took it off.
Hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. This severe thunderstorm will remain over mainly rural areas of southeastern Monroe County, including the following locations: Oil City, St. Mary's, Wilton, Clifton, Oakdale, Highway 131 in Encountia, and Glendale. This includes the following highways: Interstate 94 near mile marker 147, Interstate 90/94 between mile markers 46 and 52, Interstate 90 in Wisconsin between mile markers 41 and 45. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Repeat. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 4 p.m. for the following county: Monroe, Wisconsin. This is NOAA weather radio station KE2XKP near Toma, Wisconsin. Broadcast.
Okay, so what's it look like we can do here? We can get off at Camp Douglas. Yeah, I suppose we could get off at Camp Douglas and then get into the severe warnings. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning just to our southwest. We'll get off the highway at Camp Douglas. It's going to be the next exit. Uh-oh. Something's happening.
The National Weather Service in La Crosse has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for south central Vernon County in southwestern Wisconsin until 3:45 p.m. At 3:15 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located 8 miles southeast of Viroqua, moving northeast at 15 miles per hour. Hazard, quarter-size hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. Impact, damage to vehicles is expected. This severe thunderstorm will remain over mainly rural areas of south central Vernon County, including the following locations: Reedstown, Kickapoo Center, Sugar Grove, Ross, Viola, Liberty, and Folsom. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 3:45 p.m. for the following county: Vernon, Wisconsin. Here is the latest National Weather Service forecast for Caxton, Toma, Hillsborough, and Reedstown.
We may actually want to go back to Mauston and drop south. So this little outflow boundary that's propagating south is firing off better storms just south of our current severe warning. I think we're going to see rapid development of severe thunderstorms down by Hillsborough, Richland Center, Reedsburg, Wisconsin Dells. We need to turn around and go back to Mauston and drop south. Just trust me. Trust me on this one.
Thunderstorms may be severe with damage, winds, and large hail through 10 p.m. Lows in the upper 60s. Light winds. Chance of rain 60%. Rainfall amounts between a tenth and a quarter of an inch. Monday.
All right. That'd be awesome to have driving and viewing direction, but I have no idea how you'd pull the viewing direction. You'd have to have an electronic compass or something somehow. Sounds like way too much work for my pay grade. All right, we're going to turn around and go to Mauston, drop south. It's going to pay off in the long run. rapid thunderstorm development happening over by like Viroqua, moving this way. Behind, so we are actually driving toward a storm now. I did confirm. Not making that mistake again.
Ten 423. They stated about 2 hours.
Thanks, Donna. Appreciate your super chat and your support. Oh my God. God, turn your...
With it, so he's sending an employee back there just to check, and that's when they called 911.
Turn your wipers on, folks. We can do this. It's just rain. Holy smokes.
Go ahead.
Chad on Excelsior, double P. Water is up to the roadway in Excelsior, but passable. However, the bridge on double P at Excelsior, the water is up to the bridge there.
Okay.
Well, here we go. If you guys want to see the severe thunderstorm watch, you guys can go and check out my Facebook page. I posted the graphic.
Does have an open out of Columbia. 961, possession of a concealed knife. Standard felony conditions, not to operate motor vehicle without valid license. Not to possess or consume controlled substances without a valid prescription. No drug pair. No drug pair.
That's where you put me en route over there. And as far as it helps them out, fine if they help look.
10-4.
Yeah, I like how this outflow boundary is sparking storms. That means I think we're going to end up with maybe kind of an organized line segment or cluster or something here. Yeah, we've got that tropical outlook. If you guys want, I'm really trying to boost up our Facebook page. If you go to our Facebook page, you can find links at seethestorm.net. You can also find it. There's a Facebook post pinned in the YouTube chat. You can find my page there. I posted that tropical weather outlook a couple hours ago. We could potentially have some sort of tropical activity try to form over the Florida Peninsula or in that vicinity, maybe over the next week or so. It's not going to be like a hurricane or anything, don't worry about that, but we still could have like some flooding rains or gusty coastal winds and stuff, so we need to monitor that, but we don't need to be panicking over it or anything yet, that's for sure. It's really just a kind of a nothing, but need to be keeping an eye on it for the hell of it, you know. I also posted some of our tornado video from last night. You might want to go take a peek at it. It's pretty cool. I didn't post all of it, just some of it, but it's pretty neat. That was a really pretty tornado last night. Some of the photos I got that I haven't posted yet are some of the better ones that I've ever gotten, minus Wellfleet the other week, but I'm really impressed with them. That tornado was like very straight, and the debris and the dust cloud like circulating around it just made it really photogenic. It's a really nice tornado, backlit by the sun. The thing is, we were 10 minutes late to that tornado and we still got there. That's how long it was. You know, it was on the ground long enough that we could be late and still get to it. So we were on that other tornado and nobody else really got that other tornado. Like, I don't think anybody got it. So that was kind of cool. You know, we got to get a tornado that nobody else did. I don't know. I kind of like that. It's kind of cozy feeling. I like it. So I'm actually really pleased with yesterday. We weren't able to get on that tornado as quick as I wanted to, but we still got on it. So that makes me happy. And we kind of did one better than if we were there. You know, we got a tornado that we can say we saw and nobody else saw or live streamed. I think that's kind of cool. So. All right, so they dropped the severe thunderstorm warning on the northern part of that storm that we were going to, so I'm glad we turned around. It's going to be south now, guys. It's going to be that stuff down there by, like, Lafarge. We're going to get there. I do enjoy when chasers aren't a bunch. Yeah, guys, it's just it's just a fad right now. Like, a lot of us that have experience have been doing this a long time have talked about this. It's just a fad. We're not going to have all the screaming demons out there running around screaming, acting like chickens with their heads cut off forever. These people come and go. After COVID, a bunch of people went and got YouTube channels and think they're famous and want to pretend like they're in the Twisters movie. And basically they think they're Reed Timmer and they want to pretend to be Reed. And that's basically what's happening. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And it's a fad. These people are going to just get bored or they're going to get sick of it. And the chaos will calm down. It will calm down. It's already calming down. You know, it's already started calming down this year compared to last. Like, it's not going to be this cluster F for a while. Because that's the problem. A lot of people are just like, oh, if I just pretend to act like Reed, I'll just get views and I'll be important and stuff. And that's not... What people need to understand is, like, what Reed does is his own thing. You know, he's done this for, what, 25 years or something? I don't know. What is he, 43? So, whatever. 20, 25, 26 years, whatever. But, like, what people don't understand is, like, the yelling and screaming and, like, him legit, like, having a temper tantrum meltdown in front of a tornado, like, that's genuine. Like, that's not fake. It's not something that you can replicate. That's honestly just how he acts, and that's his personality, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, he sees a tornado and he just blows a gasket. He just goes nuts. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's just how he expresses his excitement for seeing the weather. But I think people seem to think that, like, that's like their ticket to fame or whatever. Oh, if we just scream and yell and drive around and drive into tornadoes, we're gonna get famous. That's not it. You know, like yesterday, it was an absolute cluster. We had people we had a multiple fucking chaser vehicle accident yesterday. Can you imagine if that was me? Oh my God, we'd be canceled. But somebody hit Reed, I guess, or whatever, and then somebody backed into somebody, and then that someone else backed into another person. I don't know. But my thing is people are blaming Reed for that accident. Well, Reed was as close as you could safely get to that tornado. I got to give him that. And he didn't drive his armored car thing. He didn't drive it into the tornado because that tornado was too strong. You know, he made a very sensible decision to not get killed. You know, he knows the limits of his vehicle. That's the thing. What a lot of folks don't understand is, I understand, like, Reed comes off as kind of crazy, but he does understand the limits of what his vehicle can do. And his whole mission out there is to just, like, drive into a tornado and freak out and then go to Applebee's. Like, that's just what he does. For people to think it's a good idea to go around him, it's not. Unless something's wrong, like he's stopped because he's got flat, but like, because he's going to be as close as he possibly can with that thing. And if he's not in it, then there's probably a reason. And it's kind of like, you know, anytime you see an experienced storm chaser that's very close to a tornado and they stop, and then a bunch of people that, like, just got their driver's license last year go flying by him, it's like, oh God, guys, that's not a good idea. There's a reason that the experienced chasers are stopped, you know? And it's just, those people that were just itching and chomping at the bit to get around him yesterday, guys, those people bitching that he was parked in the middle of the road, I'm sorry, guys, he might have saved some of those chasers' lives by making them not get right into that thing, honestly. I mean, your RAV4s and 4Runners and Camrys, guys, they're not going to do well in tornado debris. Tornadic debris travels at hundreds of miles per hour. Something as benign as a garbage can kill you at that velocity. Like, it's not something to joke around about. What's happened here is people have driven into tornadoes and just gotten lucky for so long that they think they're invincible. You know, your Toyota or your Chevy or whatever, it's not going to protect you in a tornado. And I'm really afraid we're going to end up with problems, you know. So that's why I was happy that we were able to stay out of that yesterday, because I felt bad mainly for Reed, because he's getting all sorts of flack on the internet, like, oh, you dumbass, you caused an accident. No, he really didn't. He was chasing a tornado doing his job, and I don't think he was actually parked. I think he was trying to turn around, and I think he, like, took a second to look at the tornado or something, and then all these cars came out of nowhere and just, like, ran into him. It was, I'm sorry, the accident was not, that wreck, that was not Reed's fault. I'm sorry, it just wasn't. I don't care if someone wants to argue and be like, oh, he was parked in the road, he was parked in the right of way. Well, I don't care. You can see the car right there if you still hit it. Like, it's just, and I don't know who was involved. I just know there were, like, oh my God, like, I'm really worried, guys, because what if somebody gets a disabled vehicle in the path of a tornado and now somebody gets smoked? It's scary to think about, guys. It really is. Jack says he's sick of my constant whining. Well, Jack, I've got good news for you. You can go jack off somewhere else. That was me clapping, by the way, because I was so impressed with that. You might need some ice for that burn, Jack, because it sounds like you've got a serious case of the crybabies. I hope you find them. Can I get a round of applause for that? That was pretty good. I'm pretty proud of that one. I didn't even have to think about it. I just had that one ready. Yeah, might put that on a t-shirt. Yeah, you're right. I forgot who it was, but somebody hit a deer the other day, and that tornado in South Dakota almost got them. And that wasn't their fault. I mean, you can't control the deer. That's one of the things you have to be vigilant of when you're chasing out here that a lot of people don't think about, and it slips your mind easily, is what happens if a deer runs out in front of you. Like, that's why you don't ever want to be on a tornado where you're not 110% sure you know where it's going. Like, if you're really close to a tornado that's kind of just... The biggest problem with tornadoes, guys, is when there's no forward storm motion. When the storm is moving 10 to 15 miles an hour, like last night, there's not a whole lot of momentum to really push that tornado along, and that tornado will tend to kind of just sit there and it'll screw around and do all sorts of loop-de-loos. There's not a whole lot dragging that vortex along, and that's a problem because oftentimes those get unpredictable and they just slop all over the place. And what happens if you do end up in the path of it and you blow a tire, or your car craps out, your fuel pump goes out and your car dies? You got to think about those things, you know, and it's very easy to forget about those things, but you got to always have that in the back of your mind, because things can happen that are not in your control, that you cannot avoid, and you've got to not be in the path of these things, because sometimes you can do everything right and your car could fail you, and then what do you do? All right, we're going to get off and go south here. But seriously, what do you do then, you know? You've got to, you have to basically prepare for anything and everything, and that's why a lot of times I always talk about my favorite position with a tornado is always on the south or the southeast side, most of the time. But what I like about that is, especially, back up, I always like to do this hook slicing maneuver. Hey, there's the crap Donalds again. If I'm behind a storm, instead of going way south, way east, and then north and west, I try to hook slice the tornado from behind, because when you're coming in through the hook echo, the back side, when you're coming in through that, if you get really close to the tornado and things start going sideways, most of the time, unless the tornado is behaving not like it's expected to, most of the time, that tornado is going to be in front of you, moving the same direction you're going. So all you have to do, if things start getting bad, you just put on the brakes. If your car breaks down, you're not screwed. You might have to deal with a little hail, a little rain, a little wind, but that tornado is moving away from you. It's very unlikely that tornado is going to back up and come back over where it's already been. It happens, but it's very unlikely. It does happen though, but it's unlikely. It's kind of one of like the least risky places, in my opinion, to get on these tornadoes in close proximity, is to be right behind them. The problem is when you're right behind them, like right up its butt, you fight visibility sometimes with rain, hail, muddy roads, things like that. But sometimes it's worth it for having that peace of mind, because you can actually sometimes get closer and get a better shot closer versus having to stay 2-3 miles out ahead of it because you're worried about it steamrolling you. And honestly, a lot of times, if you're on a strong tornado, that's how I like to do it. A strong tornado typically will have, unless it's rain wrapped, but typically will have a relatively rain-free base, where if you're close enough to that tornado, because it's literally vacuuming, it's sucking everything up, you're going to have an area where there's not a whole lot of precipitation falling in very close proximity to that tornado, like Yuma, like last night. If you can get in those areas where you're very close to the tornado and you're behind it, in the path where it's already gone through, and can be out of the rain, then you've probably got the best shot there is, because chances are the sun is behind you and it's backlighting the tornado, and now you've got a really pretty white tornado with a nice... Why are you fucking honking at me? There's a car in front of me. Jesus.
Sierra party out of Madison. Cars cutting in and out of traffic and speeding. 259 westbound, a bit of a delay.
Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened there. I think... I honestly don't know what happened there. But what I was basically saying was, like, when you get behind these like that in that rain-free area, you've got a really nice photogenic location because you've got the sun backlighting the tornado and then you've got dark skies behind it. It's really nice. Plus, if you run into damage or, you know, anybody gets hurt, they need help, you're going to be driving through the path. So you're going to be in a very good position to help people. And yeah, again, I have no idea why the stream cut out like that. I don't know. That must have just been a glitch. That was weird. Cameron Nixon, yeah. Yeah, the deviant tornado motion and stuff. Yeah, that's basically what we're talking about, essentially. But yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about. I want to take 58, which is, it's this, right? We were just here, what, 2 days ago? Thanks, Carol. Shout out to Mike. Mike, whoever, for messaging my Facebook page, telling me how to drive, and that we're using the left lane too much, and I'm an idiot. So, everybody, a round of applause for Mike Z? J? Whatever. Mike, whatever. Just a shout out to Mike, everybody. Everybody say hi, Mike. Hi, Mike. Nobody asked you, but we really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to instruct me how to drive better, and telling me that my road maps are terrible and how big of a, quote, waste of air I am. I really appreciate that. And I think I hear, hold on a minute. Hold on, I think I hear it. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I think I just heard Mike's mom calling him for dinner. Mike, I can hear her from here. She's asking you to get out of the basement and go upstairs for dinner. If you could please go have dinner with your mom and make her happy. She also, hold on a second, she's yelling something else. Mike, she's telling you need to get a job and get out of her basement. Can you please do that? Your mom's trying to tell you something. So, round of applause, Mike. Comment of the day. Woo! Awesome. And a big shout out to Mike's mom for putting up with Mike. Awesome. Man, she must be a saint too. God dang. That was pretty funny. God, I think she's still calling him up from the basement. Gosh dang. I'm left of center just for you, Mike. Oh, Jesus. I bet he thinks the Earth is flat. Damn flat earthers. Put down the lotion. Yeah. I get it. That's funny. Actually laughed at that. When is the storm hitting, Anthony? I don't even know at this point. Like, this is dumb. We're gonna struggle with signal a little bit here, guys, because we're in the middle of nowhere. Hold on, AT&T is not connected. Let me get AT&T plugged in. Sorry. Are there any flat earthers who can tell us how far away from the edge we are? Yeah, guys, how far away from the edge of the Earth are we? Can anybody get a hold of him for me, please? Anybody know Mike? Got his phone number? No offense to any normal people named Mike, just that Mike. What a jerk. Alright, I just got AT&T turned on. Sorry about that, guys. That's probably why we've been having signal issues, because AT&T is like the dominant carrier up here, so that should help out. Let me see. Are we spreading our bandwidth across to it? Oh, yeah. That should help. We're going to go into some dead zones around here. Oh, shoot. Mike's going to have to message me again. I hit the center line. We're going to go down 58 a little ways. I don't even know what to do, guys. These storms are just not doing it. Might have to just go over to Wanawalk again. No, these storms do suck right now. We might actually stop up here because there's one developing like literally 4 miles to our east, but there's no east road here. It might be easiest to go back up halfway, turn around. Yeah, hold on. If I go back north like 3 miles, there's an east road. We might want to do that because there is a little storm that's trying to develop just a few miles away. I think this might be a better option. These are they're like pulse storms. They're pulsing up and down. They're not sustaining. Let's do that. Let's pull over and take that east-west road. I'll let these cars go by. Go by. There you go. Shoot. Yeah, we were just over here the other day. You guys remember that? It was a waste, though. That chase was pitiful.
Yeah, that Honda Accord is on the right shoulder, the 93 now.
Oh, someone will tweet about that. Alright, that east road looks like Highway O. I think it's County Road O. That also might be Q, but I think it's O. Can't see the map very well. A lot of trees in this part of Wisconsin. It's not a good place to chase. Unfortunately. Is this it? This might be our road. Shit. Nope. Next one. Yeah, there's a severe thunderstorm watch that got posted for like northeast Colorado, western Nebraska. Storms out there actually look kind of decent. I kind of wish I was out there. Just wouldn't have... Actually, I probably could have got out there, honestly. But, whatever.
Negative. I thought the vehicle was passing me again, but it was just a similar vehicle.
Simple, we got it on camera now. It's still sitting there. It's sounds like multiple occupants outside the vehicle now.
An out-of-control kayak. That's a new one. I hate when my kayak gets out of control. Alright, so we're driving into a storm now, but as you can see, there's like no structure to it. It's right over Linden Station. We're like a mile away from it. It's right here. I really don't like chasing in this part of the state. This is just the hills and the trees. It's terrible. It honestly makes you think you're in like West Virginia. Seriously, it gets crazy. I mean, yeah, this is a flat stretch of road, but the hills and everything, it's like Eastern Kentucky and West Virginia. It's nuts. Alright, this storm is not severe thunderstorm warned. Actually, none of these are. The only ones that are severe warned are the ones that Aiden is on. He's live in the Radar Omega app if you want to watch. He's also live on his YouTube channel.
For what?
Go straight? Yeah, I want to continue straight. This goes into Highway 12.
Unit on fire EMS. Go ahead.
Oh boy. Okay, well, this looks like we might have kind of a stronger part of this thing developing. It looks like Hillsborough, just back to our west, up towards New Lisbon. I wonder if we're going to end up with like a squall line forming here, which would make this a little easier. Actually have something to track then.
The victim may be laying on a log now just north of the Lancaster Pearl Bridge.
Alright, we're going to take 16. Well, I guess 12 is 16. Same thing right here. Okay, alright. Whatever. I'm wondering if this little storm's going to start developing now.
How about
L. Robert A. Adams, W. William, F. Lane, Fullerton, L. Robert D. David. First name is N. Nora, I. Ida, E. Road, S. M. H. Henry, A. M. L. Lincoln. Female, 11/25, 1989. 11251989. Ten 43. 28, go ahead.
Holy cow, that's slippery right there. Yeah, there could be a flash flooding risk with storms today, guys. Saying up to 2-inch per hour rainfall rates are possible with anything that kind of moves over the same area.
believe we have everybody out. We'll try to retrieve some kayaks in the water.
10-4, 1500.
Two, 1027. View, Maisha Crawford is Valley Class D David -1.
Alright, we're almost to Linden Station. So this thing, I don't know, none of these are really taking off. The ones that are severe warned are up there by Green Bay right now. But I think pretty soon these are going to go. I mean, they're in the, we got the severe thunderstorm watch for like 5 more hours. I don't know what to think of this. I really thought that something would be going off here, because all of our severe warnings have just gone away. Like, these storms are just very, like, pulse in nature. They go up and go down. Alright, so we're in Linden Station. Alright, I think we're gonna jump on the interstate here.
Myself and 137 off Redstone.
Alright, we're gonna go southeast a little bit toward the Dells. Maybe this will organize, maybe not, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, we're moving 35 miles an hour on the interstate. That's not good.
Multiple cases to include weapons charges.
Yeah, this little outflow boundary that sparked these storms off is kind of we're creating some new storms. They're just north of Richland Center. I don't know if we're just going to continue to have this like messy cluster mode of storms all day, or if we're actually going to get a line segment to organize. I'm really not sure. Yeah, the Wisconsin Dells is a ripoff anymore. I agree. It's like just over the past like 10 years, it's kind of a dump. Seriously, like it's honestly a dump. Like all the hotels on that main road, they're like, well, almost all of them are owned by that damn water park, and like they're nasty. Like they're absolutely gross. They're super gross. It's too bad. You know, that place used to be really cool, and now it's just it's too corporate. You know, it's like those two water parks own everything, and it's overpriced. They price gouge everything. It sucks. It's too bad that it turned into what it is. The whole town has just really gotten screwed over by those damn water parks. Yeah, we can drive through there, I guess. We haven't driven through there for a while. We're not far away. We'll take the Lake Dalton exit. Because, I mean, technically a lot of the Wisconsin Dells stuff's not actually in the Wisconsin Dells, it's actually Lake Dalton, but whatever. They're like right next to each other. Yeah, we'll take a drive through there, I guess, see what it's like now. I haven't driven through for at least a year.
Welfare check.
Actually, we will get off at this exit, because then I can just make a loop and come right out on the south side instead of having to loop back around where we already drove. This makes more sense.
Wisconsin. Alright, sounds good. Yeah, I saw some of the models hinting at something along those lines. I haven't had a chance to look at the 18Z models yet, obviously, but even like some of the 12Z models was showing something. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they add that much, back into Wisconsin.
Yeah, looks pretty interesting. It's definitely not going to be anything crazy, but we got some good 3 cape and really, really tiny supercells, low topped. So I think, with that much 3 cape, there could be some kind of accident. Like it just happens. So yeah, not too bad. And then I gotta look at Tuesday now tonight. Figure out what's gonna happen for that. But I think that's probably not anything you can chase. I think our moisture is gonna be scoured out pretty far down to the south.
Yeah, a lot of the hotels here just got like abandoned. It looked like some of those back there just got left. It's too bad. This used to be a really cool place to take your kids and stuff like 10 years ago, and this is what happens when corporate America comes in and honestly just kind of ruins everything. Because like the Dells used to be really centered around small business. And there's nothing wrong with big businesses, but it's a problem when the big businesses push out the small businesses. Corporate greed.
Check welfare.
There used to be a lot of small business. I mean, you had the big water parks too.
At the Dunkin' Donuts on Kalahari Drive, the mail is on a yellow and white.
Which is fine.
By the convention center.
But you just don't have the small businesses anymore. Don't you dare walk out in front of me, because I ain't gonna be able to stop. Jesus.
With a passerby.
It's just a cluster anymore, guys. It's too bad, because it really was a good place. I mean, there's still some good parts, but it's just not what it should be.
Do it.
80, have another 911 open line, 1881 Wisconsin Dells Parkway, Mount Olympus parking lot. Call back. Caller advised everything's 10-2. He is currently in the park. For 43, there is a partial language barrier.
Oh my god, the chlorine is so strong I can smell the damn chlorine.
10-4.
Oh, for crying out loud, what are we doing here? Jesus. That is actually a problem in this town. Like, the pedestrians, like, this town was, like, built and set up way before the pedestrians were like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this place got so big so fast that because there's parking lots all over and everything, like people walking across the streets and stuff. I'm surprised there's not accidents everywhere. Like, they really almost need to build some pedestrian bridges that go over the road. Yeah, like all these little hotels on the left and the right, they all used to be little like family-owned things, and now they're all owned by this Mount Olympus scam. We came up here, brought the kids up here for like 2 years ago or something, and they wanted to charge me $35 to park my car. So you know what I did? I took it across the street and I parked it illegally. You know why I parked it illegally? Because it said the parking ticket it said for illegal parking the fee is $25. I'm like, well,
new headphones I got for my radio. Everything sound good?
I'm like, well, $25 is cheaper than paying the 30 or 35, whatever it was, to park, so I'll just take my chances of getting a parking ticket. Did not get a parking ticket. Yeah, you're fine. So yeah. You paid $32 for 2 drinks yesterday. The Illinois comment makes me giggle. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Oh yeah, the Flamingo Hotel. That place is a dump. There's like crackheads in the like, that used to be kind of a nice place, but it's a dump. Like, I guess they wanted to tear it down and they're just not tearing it down. Yeah, the Flamingo Hotel, also known as the dump. That place is a freaking dump. But that place used to not be bad 10 years ago. But yeah, this like little House of Embers place right here, I remember that place like 15 years ago having the same sign that it does right now. Like, that place has stayed. It hasn't been bought up by the corporate greed yet. I've never been in there. I don't know if it's any good. It could be crap for all I know, but...
One, 54. Houston at 46, that's 123 northbound.
How's this now? Now it should be working.
Yeah, it sounded fine both times.
Alright, cool. I just didn't plug it in the right way. But this is the new mic I have. Yeah, and like you said, this thing is super uncomfortable. Oh my god. My ear hurts.
I tried warning you.
Did that one come with a little, like, clear, like, acoustic earpiece thing, or is that just, like, a big black piece of plastic that goes on your ear? Oh my god, there's a dinosaur right there.
It's just a crappy little piece of plastic. It's really uncomfortable, but I'll make do what I have for now.
The ones that have the little, like, spiral cord, looks like a telephone cord almost, it's like a clear plastic acoustic tube with like an earbud on the end, those ones are pretty comfortable. Like, I think I've got a couple laying around or whatever. If I find one, I'll mail you one or something. But those ones are definitely better.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, this works fine for now, but yeah, honestly, I can see this getting pretty annoying if you're wearing it long term. But I'm really just using this for if like at home. I'm not chasing it, probably not to need it.
Ah, damn it, we're not going to make it. Actually, we could have totally made that yellow light. Oh, the Kentucky Fried Chicken's gone. What the hell? There is usually a Kentucky... Well, there used to be a Kentucky Fried Chicken over here on the left. Now it's a... Well, I don't know, but it's all yellow. I'll see what it is in a minute. Well, that sucks. Man, they're just getting rid of all the good stuff around here now. We got Denny's Diner. What is that? Like a knockoff of Denny's? That's totally a Denny's ripoff. Not this guy over here. He thinks he's a hot rodder on his moped. Oh, it's a Rockin' Chicken Shack on the left there. It is now a Rockin' Chicken Shack. Okay. I guess Kentucky Fried Chicken just wasn't good enough. Liquor cycles. That's funny. It's about what they are. Look, the La Quinta.
Door 1 or 2, please.
I bet that's $700 a night. Wild West, Sneaky Pete. Who the frick is Sneaky Pete? This over here must be new. That's corporate greed right there. Oh yeah, anybody with a digital sign that's like 20 feet tall. Oh yeah, you know they got money. That used to be something else. I don't remember what the hell it was though.
Road. 1627.
Yeah, I don't remember what that was. People will literally spend like $200 at a place like that for a quote-unquote dinner show, which is basically some guy talking into a microphone while you eat some of the crappiest macaroni and cheese you've ever had. The Reef. Didn't this used to be a strip club? I thought it did. Maybe not. I don't know. I've never been to one. I don't intend to. I got that at home. Yeah, so the town that I grew up in, the people that didn't have driver's licenses because they had DUIs, they would just drive their lawnmowers around. Not the mopeds, but same concept. I'm not even kidding. They would take the mowing decks off the lawnmowers, and they would just drive them around. They got a Pizza Hut. An Avid Hotel over there, that's new. The Quick Trip over there, that came up just like a couple years ago. That's a huge Quick Trip over there, let me tell you.
10-4-2-22.
Team 322, do you need anything?
What? Yes, a genuine Denny's. Look at that. Pizza Ranch, yeah, they're pretty good most of the time. That's over there to the left. Well, hopefully we get a red light today. Or a green light, that'd be awesome. There we go.
Go ahead.
Are you available for 21 from dispatch?
Offer.
It's faster to take the interstate. I don't know why it wants me to take this. Are you seriously not going to let me over? You're seriously?
10-4 Delta Fire.
You dick. What a dick. Sat in my blind spot the whole freaking time. It's like, come on, man. Blink around for a quarter mile. Definitely a Wisconsin driver, that's for sure. We don't have any severe warnings or anything, guys. This is just a slop fest right now. You know, I was thinking that maybe our storms would organize into like more of a robust complex or a line segment, but it's not happening at all. Like, they're almost falling apart. This is not looking good for storms. It's looking pretty pathetic. But the severe thunderstorm watch goes until 9, so there's like 5.5 hours left, or what, about 4.5 hours left. So things can change. Might get busier here in a little bit. I think the heavy rain risk is going to be more of a problem than anything. Honestly. Could have some isolated flooding. Definitely got more confidence in that than severe storms at this point. Holy crap. Well, let's see here what we can figure out.
Route to Glenville Landing, beginning mileage 108.064.
Born, hydrogen at northbound at the 115. Can you reach out to him and see if there's like blockage injuries or what's going on?
Oh boy, okay. Well, I'm really struggling to milk this dry cow here.
I have the RO of the vehicle and my resources. Could you try to find a 21 for them?
Yeah, big thank you, folks, for the Facebook attention here. Earlier today at... I don't have the time. Hang on. I have this information readily available. I have it written down. Earlier today, about 5 hours ago, at about 11 o'clock this morning, we had 25,000 followers on Facebook. The Facebook follower count is live. I can click on it and it refreshes and stuff. So we had just rolled over 25,000 at 11 o'clock this morning. And appreciate that because I'm really trying to build up Facebook because I got some big plans for it. Now, at 4:37 p.m. Central Time, we are up to 26,316. So we've gained 1,316 followers on Facebook. Correction, 1,318 followers on Facebook in the past 5 hours. So that's really awesome. So I appreciate you folks that are finding us from over there. That's the side of the road. Okay. Signal's really struggling here, isn't it? Come on, signal. Okay, so I don't know what to do at this point, guys. If you here, let's bring up radar and figure this out. So if we bring up radar Omega on the YouTube stream here, you see that we've got these clusters of storms, but no severe warnings. Like, this is really a pretty uneventful afternoon here. None of these are really developing. So, god dang. Okay. That's also the side of the road. Okay, well, folks, I might honestly just wind this down because there's nothing else happening at all. I mean, I think I'm just going to go home. But I do want to make a mention here. There is a chance that we will be live again in a couple of hours. Now, if these storms develop like we thought they would, and we can get some more organized severe thunderstorms, maybe in the Madison to Wisconsin Dells region, I'll just get back in the car. I mean, especially if we can get them in the Madison region, I would like to chase close to home. That would be nice. So I think I'm probably going to shut this down, guys, because we're milking a dry cow. Oh my god, look at this idiot. This guy is so on my back bumper. Keep in mind though, folks, this is a wide angle lens. And look at this idiot. This camera is on the back of the car. This guy is one road stripe away from my bumper. We're in the left lane because there's a trailer going very slow in the right lane up here, and I can only go as fast as a car in front of me. Oh, you're gonna play that game, are you? Okay. It's gonna come up on the right. Oh, now he sees, oh yeah, there's a car in front of him. He can only go as fast as the car in front. Oh, Oh, yeah, now you're on live stream. How's that? You like that? Yeah. All these people shaming your driving. Shame. Teach them to mess with me. Did you see that guy look at us too? He's like, what the hell's your problem? That'll teach him. Can only go as fast as the car in front of the car, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, what a tool. What a toolbox. But yeah, anyway, I may be going live again a little bit later on, so we'll play it by ear. Otherwise, I see a marginal risk in western Nebraska on Tuesday. Small chance that we'll be going back out to western Nebraska on Tuesday. Small chance. But otherwise, we might have a couple of days of quietness here, but it'll probably get a little bit busier here after a few days. So most of the updates occur on Facebook and of course our website, but I'll have updates for the channel members on like chase targets and stuff still here. So you guys have a good afternoon. Thanks for watching. Appreciate everybody who joined in. It's too bad we had a bunch of people. There is a bullet hole in that car. Okay. All right. This came from Chicago. But anyway, it's too bad we didn't have this many people watching yesterday when we had the tornado, but regardless, thanks for following along. It's been fun. Subscribe, like, do all that stuff. Visit our website, seethestorm.net and projectweathereye.com. For now, I'm out of here.
So you won't believe this, but there's a special weather statement to your southwest.
Yeah, I'm going to pass on it. But, hold on, I dropped the mic. But we're going to go ahead and shut this down, and we'll be back later. And have a good night, everyone. Really appreciate everybody who's been part of the stream here. Take care and have a good night. Alright, I just brought the stream back up just in case. Alright, we're back. Just kidding. We're not done. We're back. Severe thunderstorm warning just off to our west. Just kidding, everybody.
Service in Milwaukee-Sullivan has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for central Sauk County in south central Wisconsin until 5:15 p.m. At 4:45 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located 10 miles south of Reedsburg, moving north at 10 miles an hour. Hazard, 60 miles an hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Loganville. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. This is the NOAA Weather Radio WXJ87 in Madison. The National Weather Service in Milwaukee-Sullivan has issued a severe thunderstorm warning.
Alright, we're going to stay live until we're clear of this warning. So the severe thunderstorm warning is over here just south of, it's between Reedsburg and Madison. It's maybe 10 miles off to our west. I'm not going to go that way because it's like almost impossible to get there in any decent amount of time with just a crappy road. But I kind of want to be in a holding pattern here for a few minutes just in case, because if this is a pattern and we're going to start seeing these intensify, they're getting in pretty close proximity to Madison already here. So I don't know if this is a pattern or not, but it's enough for me to not totally end the live stream just yet, you know. We'll give this storm a few more radar scans. I think in the next 10 minutes we'll know if it's going to be something we need to stay out here for. These have really just pulsed up and down all day, so it's possible it could just be about to pulse up and then pulse back down and crap out.
One 130, go ahead. Take a second from off that side and salvage the individual. FO 220. Just past 244. Step up.
Yeah, we'll keep this up for like 10 more minutes here just in case, because I don't know if this is a pattern or not. Looks like that storm behind it to its west might even be a target too. Maybe we'll end up with this cluster that's over Richland County right now ending up being like the beginnings of our organization, and maybe we'll actually get something. Cautiously optimistic here. don't know, guys. Today, everything's just kind of been trash. Like, there hasn't even really been severe weather to, like, this is kind of a wash so far, but... So the severe thunderstorm over there for Sauk County, god dang, I don't know what the hell that was. A gopher or something. It's for 1-inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds, but it almost looks like it's dying out now. Oh.
Yeah. Line 5241.
Line 5243, please.
Oh.
Call for a walk-in, patient with laceration.
Show all units release from the scene and return to station.
10-4 Columbus fire completed at
Number 1041. 1048.
Alright guys, it looks like it's it looks like this is definitely, I think it's over, at least for now. So I think I'm actually going to end it for real now. This is kind of washed out. So there is a chance here, it's actually like a 50-50 chance
Do you need law enforcement there?
that we bring the live stream back up maybe in a few hours. So
negative. They'll be transporting to Fox here shortly.
possibly stand by for that, I guess.
10-4. 1656.
If we do, you know where to find it. Right here, so. Alright guys, have a good one. That's it for now, for real, and we'll be back later potentially. So sorry, false start again, but thanks for watching guys, and we'll be around if we need to be.